friend says Jesus stole the victim's car, but Jesus denied any involvement in the murder. Ford and Bosch need to get Jesus to talk. Jesus says the victim told him to come over to his house the next day.
What happened when you got there?
We were talking about background stuff.
Okay.
He was gonna do.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
He was gonna do a job.
Where was he sitting?
In the chair.
Okay. What happened from there?
I saw a knife in the kitchen.
Did you stab him as he was sitting in the chair? He's 15 years old. I feel bad for him.
After 31 hours, Detective Ford has closed his case.
Scrawny butt, feeling kinda yawny butt, jelly butt, uh-oh something smelly butt. Huggies has more curves and outstanding skin protection, so no matter what kind of little butt you got, we got you, baby.
At Olive Garden, more is merrier. From a first course that never...
Your hair. How'd you do that so fast? Batiste. Saves time so I can do more.
In the first 48, Miami's homicide team responded to the murder of 65-year-old Raul Navola, found stabbed to death in his home. Police tracked down the victim's car. The driver told Ford that he got the car from 15-year-old Jesus Perdomo, who stole it from the victim. After denying involvement in the murder, Jesus ultimately admitted to robbing and stabbing Navola.
The streets chew up these kids and spit them out. The influence of the street was much stronger than everything his dad tried to do for him. And I think part of getting him to come around was the fact that we reminded him how important family was. You have a 65-year-old man. He's been a good person, lived his life right, and for him to die the way he did, tragic.
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking the moment they are called.
They could be the suspect's blood.
You always talking about killing everybody now and then.
You gotta be kidding me.
Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half.
It's a real long shot.
If they don't get a lead
Appears to be a match.
within the first 48 hours. Dallas, Texas, 2:40 a.m. Gunfire erupts on a service road on the south side. Two young men are shot in their friend's car. Their friend rushes them to the hospital, where one survives. The other is dead on arrival.
I didn't get called till 3:30. Oh, sound asleep. Dead asleep. No pun intended.
Lead Detective Rick Duggan has clocked 18 years on the force, with 3 in homicide.
Well, we're walking way down here. All I know right now is there's 2 victims shot, 1 died, 1 survived. And the shooting, I guess, took place down here. Who's the first officer out here? Did you guys know the story? What happened?
We spoke to the driver of the victim's vehicle.
Was he shot?
No.
Okay.
Evidently, they got into a confrontation over here at the Shell gas station.
Okay.
According to the driver's story, the incident began in a gas station just down the road.
So the guy started chasing him and said he just heard about 7 shots.
Do you know the victim's name?
The deceased victim is 19-year-old Michael Hudson. He was the youngest. Learn more about Celebrity Cruises' latest offers.
Almond shower oil transforms your shower into a luxurious experience.
Youngest son of 10 children. A few months ago, one of his brothers was murdered.
Anybody know the condition of the guy that's still alive?
The surviving victim is 22-year-old Leonard Beiser. He's in the hospital with a bullet wound to the shoulder.
Where are those shell cases?
How to be a photographer.
Detective Mike Mendez has been working homicide for a year.
It's a 9mm. There's about at least a half dozen down here. So obviously they shot at these guys while they were driving up through here, and they just left probably 150 yards, scattered shell casings all the way up through here. At this point, we have no idea why this happened. And right now, it's a mystery.
Have all the witnesses been transported to the office, or are they still at the hospital?
Yeah, they transported.
Okay. We'll know a lot more once we start talking to these witnesses. All right, let's go.
At headquarters, detectives turn to the 2 young men who were in the victim's car. Mendez Martinez questions the driver, Jason.
Jason? How you doing, man?
I'm Detective Mendez with the police department. How's it going? You, the driver of that car? Yeah. Tell me what happened, Jason.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, 7 a.m. A 911 call comes in from the outskirts of town.
Minneapolis Police and Fire.
Yeah, I think someone is dead.
Why do you think that?
My friend said he's not moving and he's real stiff.
Police respond and find a man lying on the ground, dead.
All we know right now is that a couple guys found the victim on a hill up by the highway. We're on our way there now to see what we got.
Sergeant Bruce Volkins has spent 20 years with Minneapolis PD, the last 10 in homicide.
He's laying kind of in a broken door frame, but the way the blood is on it, it probably was there when he was getting assaulted.
Sergeant Chris Karakostas has been Volkins' partner since joining homicide a year and a half ago. The victim has no identification. He appears to be homeless.
The 911 caller told the officers that they know this guy is Candyman. He's a Native American. He could be from anywhere. That's an awful lot of blood. Well, you see his ear get
clipped. Yep.
Then
It looks like it's a cut.
The victim sustained several blows to his head.
He's got this blood drop here. It comes mostly straight down, and it's quite different from all the other spray blood. The significance of that is it may be if the suspect injured himself or herself during the assault, that could be the suspect's blood. That's huge.
A few feet from the body, Crime Lab Unit Officer Kari Jorgensen finds a blood trail.
There's a stain here, and then there's some smaller stains that are going this way. So someone with blood on them is going that way.
The blood trail begins at a homeless camp across from the victim.
It looks right now like the fight started at the encampment and then moved across the street.
It's important that we go down right now and interview the two that called 911. These are the two people that claim to be the victim's friend.
The first obstacle is definitely going to be trying to identify him.
Hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. It feels like it takes over. Bumps, abscesses, in the most private places.
They keep coming back, keep you from going out. It's tough.
These sores just take over. It's embarrassing, exhausting.
But you keep trying.
Fighting. You use your inner strength. I asked my doctor about Cosentyx.
Take on HS differently with
hopefully we'll be able to ID him with these fingerprints.
At headquarters, Jorgensen runs the victim's prints.
What was it?
Brian Wayne Lumbar.
47-year-old Brian Wayne Lumbar was known to his friends as Candyman. He was a father of 3 who drifted in and out of homelessness.
This is our second homeless homicide in 4 months. It's not uncommon that we see a lot of violence in these homeless camps.
Fulkins and Karakostas turned to the victim's friends who called 911. Kenneth Miller and Eric Athelston.
Eric has, looks like some fresh injuries and stuff. It could be the suspect's blood.
Here's Eric. First degree assault. Eric was arrested for hitting somebody at that same spot.
Interesting. He definitely is becoming suspicious.
Unless Eric can tell us where he was last night, and we can verify it, more than likely he was staying at that camp.
Let's see what he says.
Eric.
How you doing, Eric?
Bruce Fulkins, this is Chris Karakostas.
How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Where are you staying, Eric?
We're homeless. That's our camp there where Candyman was found.
How well do you know Candyman?
I've known him for several years.
So, tell me what happened when you got down to the by your camp down there.
Well, I seen the body laying there.
Okay. What'd you do?
I said, Kenny, see if he's all right. You know, shake him. Kenny was like, oh, God, he's dead. I said to Kenny, do we need to call the police?
Fulkins asks about the cuts on his face.
How'd you get all this stuff?
In Minneapolis, Sergeants Chris Karakostas and Bruce Fulkins are investigating the murder of 47-year-old Brian Candyman Lumbar, beaten to death in a homeless camp. They believe the suspect may have cuts from the assault.
It could be the suspect's blood.
Now, they're questioning one of Candyman's friends who has suspicious injuries on his face.
How'd you get all this stuff?
Got in a fight.
When was that?
It was about last Monday or Tuesday. I picked one of the scabs. My nose bled earlier.
Can I see your hands, please?
He has no cuts on his hands.
Okay, did you stay down there last night?
No, we did a tramp camp last night.
Eric says he stayed at a homeless shelter, known on the street as Tramp Camp.
What time did you leave Tramp Camp this morning?
I'd say it was about 6:45.
Eric claims he was at the shelter. When the murder took place the previous night.
At Tramp Camp, they have to sign in. Right. You can.
Thing. And that stuff on his face is old. And the cuts didn't happen last night. So, he gave us for what time he checked out, which will make all the difference in the world.
Karakostas and Fulkins turned to the victim's other friend, Kenneth Miller.
Okay. 'When's the last time you saw Candyman?
Candyman.
2 weeks ago. 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 2 weeks ago.
Well, 2 days ago.
Do you know, did Candyman have any problems with anybody?
No. I haven't been in that place in 3 weeks.
Kenneth says he doesn't like to stay at the camp where Candyman and Eric live.
What's going on down there?
Drinking, mostly drinking.
Uh-huh. Kind of the old West down there, or what?
Oh, yeah. There's weapons down there, too, that people like to use.
Like what?
Like tire irons, and sticks and boards, and golf clubs. I got beat up with a bat last year.
Who were you with when that happened?
Yeah, I did that.
He says the man who beat him up, G.I., lives in the same camp where Candyman was found.
Next day, man, I woke up black and blue, my legs couldn't barely walk.
Karakostas and Falkins look up the nickname G.I.
Ollie's is your holiday headquarters. Ollie! Good stuff, cheap!
Constant reminders of your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis can make it hard to be there when it matters most.
Incorporate predictions and insights in your products and tools with the Crunchbase API today.
Here he is.
Yeah. Bingo, it's huge.
John Fitzgerald Posey.
43-year-old John G.I. Posey has a history of assault.
According to the person we just interviewed, this G.I. is very violent.
He does fit the MO of something like this. He's definitely a person of interest at this time.
Falkins and Karakostas head out to search homeless shelters for their potential suspect.
There's so much blood around the victim that the suspect probably got some on him. So we want to try to find him before he'd have a chance to change his clothes and destroy some of the evidence.
7 hours in, they hit the shelter closest to the homeless camp.
Have you seen this guy?
In Dallas, detectives Rick Duggan and Mike Mendez are working the murder of 19-year-old Michael Hudson, chased down a highway and shot in a friend's car. Now, Mendez is talking to the victim's friend, Jason, who was driving the car.
Tell me what happened, Jason.
I want to pick everybody up.
Jason says earlier that night, he went to a club with the victim Michael and 2 other friends.
And what time do you leave the club?
2 o'clock.
So you get out of there at 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
When they were leaving, a dark-colored Crown Victoria backed into them in the parking lot.
He bumped me when he was pulling there. We gotta get out and look at the back of my car. So I was like, whatever, man. You know, my car ain't messed up, your car ain't messed up, just leave it there.
But the other driver wouldn't let it go.
He got mad at me just because he bumped in the beat, because he just wanted to fight or whatever.
Then off-duty police officers broke up the confrontation.
The police just told us to leave, so I go to the gas station. We parked and talked to this girl.
A few minutes later, the other car pulled in behind them. One of the men got out.
The girl I'm talking to, she said, "Yeah, I go."
Down the hall, the other witness confirms Jason's story. Duggan and Mendez examine the victim's car at the auto pound.
The one who got shot in the shoulder was sitting in the front seat. The one right there.
The boy that was killed is in the back seat, obviously from all the loss of blood. It looks like that bullet hole right through the back window was the one that maybe hit him.
said that he ran the suspect's vehicle off the road, but we didn't find any evidence of that last night. But it was really dark, so hopefully we'll find something.
Scrawny butt, feeling kinda yawny butt, jelly butt, uh-oh something smelly butt. Huggies has more curves and outstanding skin protection, so no matter what kind of little butt you got, we got you, baby.
Siblings never get you.
You pick these out?
Until they do.
I have to try them on.
Well, that's how close we were to being homeless. I spent 15 years in the Navy. I worked hard.
Modern look. Thick, absorbent layers.
Now that it's daytime.
Is that where a car went through, right through here?
They examine the spot where they think the suspect's car went off the road.
Looks like part of a headlight.
On the fence post, they find traces of blue paint.
Hey, Mike! You don't think this came out of the car, do you? It's just a bunch of mail. How would it have fallen? I don't think it belongs to you. I'll take it, just in case. Who knows?
17 hours in, Mendez looks through the mail Duggan found at the crash site.
There's a Cedric Peterson right there. And there's a P.O. box. It's a real long shot, but it's about the only thing we got right now.
Cedric Peterson has one prior misdemeanor.
Either it's just a coincidence that this mail just happened to be laying there, or it's possible that it could have come from the suspect's car. I mean, it's just, you know, it's a long shot. So, who knows? It could be a little break, or it could just be, you know, a wild goose chase. I'm going to show a 6-photo lineup to the off-duty officers who worked at the club that night. Cedric's number 4. If they identify Cedric, then I'll show the lineup to Leonard, one of the eyewitnesses.
The next day, Duggan and Mendez take the lineup to the officer's precinct.
Photos may or may not include the person who committed the crime. You do not have to identify anyone. Who's number 4?
That's the driver.
The officer picks out Cedric Peterson as the driver of the suspect's car.
You gotta be kidding me.
Dallas detectives Rick Duggan and Mike Mendez are working the murder of 19-year-old Michael Hudson. At the scene of the shooting, Duggan discovered a pile of mail addressed to Cedric Peterson. Now, a patrol officer identified Cedric as the man he saw driving the suspect's vehicle just before the murder.
You gotta be kidding me. What are the odds?
Rick saw that mail out there. Of course, I said, no, there's no way the suspect dropped his mail out here. Rick was right. It was a long shot. It panned out, so that's a good thing.
Number 4? Who's number 4?
The surviving victim, Leonard Beiser, also IDs Cedric Peterson as the driver of the suspect's car.
You never saw him with a gun, though, did you?
No, he wasn't the one doing this.
We want the guy who shot you and who shot Michael.
Yes.
Leonard didn't get a good look at the shooter.
Why would I use kayak to compare hundreds of travel sites at once? I like to do things myself. I can't trust anything else to do the job right.
Kayak. Search 1 and done.
Prepping a delicious dinner doesn't have to be expensive or time-consuming.
Other frozen dinners may have a great price, but my family...
That right there is enough to get a warrant. Cedric may not be the shooter, but he should be able to tell us who is.
Duggan calls on the gang unit to hunt down Cedric Peterson at his previous addresses.
Alright, we're gonna go pick up Cedar Hill. Possible suspect.
Alright, 10-4.
It's not him, guys.
Right here. Police! Police! He wasn't here?
As the first 48 runs out, there's no sign of Cedric Peterson. In the first 48, Dallas detective Rick Duggan responded to the murder of 19-year-old Michael Hudson, chased down and shot in the back of his friend's car. Mail found at the crime scene led them to 22-year-old Cedric Peterson, the alleged driver of the suspect vehicle. The gang unit searched for Cedric, but came up empty-handed. The next day, the gang unit brings Cedric's wife to headquarters. Detectives hope she will lead them to Cedric.
Hello. How are you?
He said he want to talk to you. Is it okay?
Who does?
Cedric. He on the phone.
Where are you at, Cedric? Well, how far away from Dallas are you? We need to talk to you, Cedric. Here, wait.
Duggan asks if she knows where Cedric's car is.
They parked it in, I guess they friends' apartment since they in Redbird.
Would you be able to show us?
While they wait for Cedric to arrive, Duggan and Detective Eddie Ibarra head out with Cedric's wife to look for the car.
Is that it? There it is. Yeah. That's it.
Minneapolis Sergeants Chris Karakostas and Bruce Falkins are working the case of 47-year-old Brian Candyman Lumbar. They have identified a person of interest, 43-year-old John G.I. Posey. With 7 hours gone, they are searching homeless shelters for G.I.
Have you seen this guy?
They find G.I. and bring him in for questioning.
I'm a musician.
You are? Where do you play?
Harmonica. I got one on me now.
Hit me with something.
Nice. Really good.
I do it from my heart, sir.
looks like his shirt hasn't been worn very long. So he's got a fresh change of clothes.
What do they call you?
He called me GI.
You an ex-military man or what?
No, they just couldn't see I'm from here, Indiana.
Oh, that's it. Alright, so okay.
They show him a photo of the victim.
Yes, they call him Candy.
When was the last time you saw Candyman?
Yesterday afternoon.
Do you have any ideas who could have did this last night?
I don't know who that be with. Lynch. He always talking about killing everybody down there.
Candyman what?
Yeah, that man talk crazy to mouth.
Let me ask you this, John. Did you have anything to do with hurting Candyman? No, sir. Let me see your hands. Let me see them hands. Cause you got this over here.
Yeah, for my bike. On my bike, okay, you just gotta go to the chain.
Okay. What we're probably gonna do is have one of our photographers come down and take pictures of your hands. Let me see the bottom of your shoes. Put them up here. Put them up there. Put them up here and relax yourself.
A little bit.
Put both of them up here. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hey, could you take a picture? We got all over the bottom of your shoe.
Minneapolis Sergeants Bruce Falkins and Chris Karakostas are working the murder of Brian Candyman Lumbar. While questioning potential suspect John G.I. Posey, they spotted a suspicious stain on his shoes.
We got all over the bottom of your shoe.
Hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. It feels like it takes over. Bumps, abscesses, in the most private places.
Dermatologist at Balco Septics.
The stain appears to be blood.
Yeah, we did see the body yesterday. That's why we left. And I said, we went over there and looked down here. Yes, I stepped in some of his blood.
We're going to have a little more conversation here after these are all done, okay? All right, I'll be right back. All right, hang on.
Be right back.
We got all this blood underneath here, the coagulated blood. Then on top of these, there's blood spots.
You stepped in his blood, but you wouldn't have gotten that. Or that. Or this drop there.
Yeah, there's blood on top.
Or this thing there. They head back in to confront G.I. with the evidence.
I ain't got to do no more investigation. Yes, I beat that mother because he wanted to kill me for nothing. confess.
Okay.
I killed that motherfucker. Because he wanted to kill me. The man come that man had us scared. He had me so scared, son. He had me so scared. I ain't getting into that, brother. When you tell my brother, I'll beat that motherfucker with that damn bat.
Over there next to the building?
Yeah, but then he ran
Across the street?
Yeah,
Did you follow him over there?
Hell yeah.
Did you hit him again over across the street?
Yes, sir.
And then after you hit him, where did you go?
Damn, this is like a murder case load.
He said that the guy threatened him all day, and he just, he killed him, hit him with a bat. And not only that, but he said he chased him and hit him again across the street, which is exactly what the blood trail said. But he's going to have a hard time claiming self-defense when he hit him once, chased him, and then hit him again.
With less than 10 hours gone in the first 48, Karakostas and Falkins have closed their case. In the first 48, Minneapolis Sergeants Chris Karakostas and Bruce Falkins responded to the beating death of 47-year-old Brian Candyman Lumbar. A friend of the victim gave them a potential suspect, 43-year-old John G.I. Posey. Investigators shelter. After they discovered blood on his shoes, G.I. confessed to killing the victim with a baseball bat.
Homeless victims, they're kind of invisible to society in general. It's important that we work as hard on their cases as anybody else's case and to do the best that we can for the victim.
Rick Duggan is working the murder of Michael Hudson, shot on an access road. The alleged driver of the suspect's car is 22-year-old Cedric Peterson, who claimed he would turn himself in for questioning. In the meantime, detectives are searching for his car.
Is that it?
Hey, it's your very dry skin. I need 72-hour hydration with new CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion. At Olive Garden, more is merrier. From a first course that
With 19 hotel brands at IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can guess how you get.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, yeah. Well, the damage is on the correct side. That's probably where a pole hit. There's your broken headlight. Everything matches up.
A few hours later, the alleged driver, Cedric Peterson, arrives at headquarters.
I appreciate you coming up here.
That's what I do is right.
I'd like to hear your story about what happened.
We went to up there to the gas station. Okay, he was gonna get a cigar.
He says after the collision at the nightclub, he drove to the gas station with his friend, Eric Edwards.
So we pull up right there, and I see the car right there.
He claims that some people in the parking lot told him the victims had a gun.
When I heard that, I got in the car, trying to leave.
He suddenly found himself following the victim's car down the service road.
And then next thing I know, I heard shooting.
Are you the one that shot?
No, sir.
Who's the one that shot? Who's the one that shot at those people and killed that boy? Who? Larry.
Yes, sir.
Cedric gives up his friend, Eric, as the shooter.
We know that you are the one that actually chased that green car. Out of the parking lot onto the service road. You're what we call an accomplice.
What are I getting charged with?
Right now, it's murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
Too much to handle when you get trouble, girl. It's just a big, bubbly feeling. My body's dead.
Well, kid named Michael Hudson is dead. That's who's dead.
Eric Edwards.
The alleged shooter is 18-year-old Eric Edwards. He has no prior record.
Well, right now we're going to take Cedric to jail. He may not have done the shooting, but according to witnesses, he's the one who started the confrontation. Now our top priority is going to be finding Eric.
The next day...
That's the bad guy. Eric Edwards.
This guy got any weapons?
Well, obviously we're going to approach with caution. We're going to assume he's armed and dangerous. Y'all ready?
A team of detectives and U.S. Marshals head out to addresses associated with Eric Edwards.
The goal is to get the word out that we're looking for him.
If you see him, call me.
Do you know who he is?
Right there. Nothing.
Later that day...
It's Duggan.
The pressure pays off. Duggan hears from Eric's father.
Oh, really?
In the Dallas murder case of 19-year-old Michael Hudson, Detective Rick Duggan is on the hunt for the alleged shooter, 18-year-old Eric Edwards. Now, Edwards' father just called Duggan, saying he has information about his son.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Eric is ready to turn himself in.
Well, that's good news. I appreciate that. I'm about to talk to the alleged shooter, Eric Edwards. He just turned himself in, so we'll see what he says.
If you think you can find another $5 breakfast meal served all day with something savory like my bacon breakfast jack and something sweet like my fluffy French toast sticks, you thought wrong. But that's okay, I'll still let you have mine. At Jack, every bite's a big deal. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Hydration. Wet. Shine.
16 high-gradient shades. Let's set up a movie night with Orville Redenbacher's microwave popcorn. Couldn't decide on just one of these yummy seasonings, so a popcorn.
Constant reminders of your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis can make it hard to be there.
Eric, the best thing you can do for yourself is to be truthful with me. Tell me the truth. Tell me exactly what happened.
It was that shell. And then I guess he saw the dude who he got into it with.
Eric says he and Cedric were at the gas station when Cedric spotted the car he collided with at the nightclub.
So I got out the car. I had the gun at first. I had the gun.
Okay.
If I really want to shoot them dudes, I could have shot them right there when I had the gun. I could have shot.
Instead, Eric claims he got back in the car and told Cedric to take him home.
But said he was drunk, and I ain't gonna lie, I was in the car when he was shooting.
So you saying Sid actually shot?
Yeah. said he a damn dummy. He let down one, they're gonna try to shoot and drive at the same time.
The physical evidence on the street disproves what you just said. The evidence does not match up with the driver of your car shooting. So that's where we're at.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. I was driving. I was driving.
So you're telling me you were driving?
Yes.
And what, Cedric was shooting from the passenger side?
Yes.
No. That's not true either. I need you to be honest, totally honest. You hear me? 2 people were shot. 1 died. Left behind several brothers and sisters.
I know who he is. His brother died 6 months ago.
Sure did.
His brother Marcus and the one I shot, his name Mike.
The one you shot?
His name Mike, little Mike.
Hey, listen to me. You just said the one I shot. All right. So
no, you said the one I shot.
No, you already said it.
I'm through. I'm a lawyer.
Okay. To me, I don't think there's any doubt he's a shooter, because he's doing everything he can to change the story up. He even put himself as the driver, and Cedric as the passenger. Then he slipped up and said, when I shot Michael.
That's real for all y'all out there. Live your life, go to school, you know what I'm saying? Only cut up in these streets. There ain't no place to be, man. Real. You end up looking like me.
When you have young kids running around with guns.
That's real for all y'all out there. Live your life, go to school, you know what I'm saying? Only cut up in these streets. There ain't no place to be, man. Real. You end up looking like me. Real for all y'all out there. Live your life, go to school, you know what I'm saying? Only cut up in these streets. There ain't no place to be, man. Real. You end up looking like me.
When you have young kids running around with guns, and then you throw alcohol into the mix, that's a dangerous combination. And in this case, a minor fender bender resulted in an innocent young man getting killed.
Lost another brother, and to lose Micah, I mean, it hurt us all.
telling you, it even goes for locks too, bro. If you ever look, whenever you change your body style to Burley, you're